Hello, today I am going to show you my grocery haul. Several people have asked me if I would show them how I grocery shop. So I don't shop the traditional way. I don't plan a menu and then go shopping for those ingredients. I know, that's the way everybody says you should do it. You should not do it that way. It's actually the most expensive way to shop for groceries. So here's how I shop for groceries. This week, my local ad, why is it not coming up? Well, let me see if I can get it to work here. You get it to work. Oops. Okay, so this week my ad came out and it was the K-Slot sale. Again, this happens twice a year here in Wyoming. Now, K-Slot sale is a thing that I think is on the western side of the United States. I mean, I'm talking western, not Midwestern, like Western. Colorado, just think of a line. Well, not even Colorado. Think of a line Wyoming, Utah. I don't know if the Dakotas have it or not, but all the way from Wyoming, Utah, all of those over. Now, don't think that just because you don't have a K-Slot sale in your town, it doesn't mean that you can't get these deals. You can. I got these same deals all the time at my regular grocery store. They just happen to call it K-Slot sale here in Wyoming. Okay. So you can see here, they've got things on sale. They've got Jiffy Mix for 89 cents and beans for $5 and all of that. Okay. So how do I do this? What I do is I first sit down on my computer and I just go through the ads. So I just go through each page, see if there's something that I need that's an exceptional deal on sale that I may have run out of in my pantry. Because what I do is I don't make a menu plan and then go shopping. I refill my pantry and then I just eat out of my pantry, freezer, and refrigerator. I don't make a meal plan and just say, oh, I feel like eating this week. No, I have a set list of about 10 meals for fall and winter and 10 meals for spring and summer. And I make basically those same 10 meals over and over again. When I'm not making recipe videos, okay? So by doing it this way, I save money because I'm not always running to the grocery store for one item for dinner and then picking up 10 things while I'm there, okay? Now, what I did was after I looked to see what was on sale, I went downstairs. This is a picture of my stockpile room. Yes, it's a disaster. I don't have it cleaned up from our flood that happened a month ago. And so I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So what I did was I went over and I looked, okay, here's some of the cases of food that I have. I know I've got enough tomatoes. I know I got enough pasta. Now down here on the bottom is tuna and green beans. So I know that that's probably enough to get me through the next 6 months, probably a year actually. Right here, I've got my green chilies and I forgot to get those today. Oops. I use green chilies all the time because green chili is a staple of, it's one of my rotation foods that we eat all the time. Quick and easy to get in and out of the kitchen. That's all my recipes. Dining on a Dime cookbook, my cookbook right here, Dining on a Dime cookbook. You can get it at our website, livingonadime.com. That's where all of my recipes come from, is my Dining on a Dime cookbook. All right, so back to my pantry here. So you can see that I use old cat litter containers and I put my rice and my sugar and my flour in these containers so that if I have a flood, because right upstairs above that is my washing machine. I know I'm living dangerous. I'm actually thinking about moving my entire stockpile room into another section of the basement because after the flood last time, it didn't ruin anything, but I just didn't want to have I just didn't want to have another flood issue. But right now they're in the cat litter containers so that they don't get messed up. Okay, so then you can see here, I just stack my foods in my pantry, my stockpile room. Now, right here I have all my fruit. On the shelf above is where I normally keep my oils. Now, my oils, I wasn't using them as fast as I normally do because we don't have as many people living at home now. So my oils started going, getting expired. So what I did was used it all up to make some soap. I'm a soap maker, for those of you who don't know. I have a How to Make Soap for Beginners e-course. Michael put it in there if you're interested in making homemade soap. But I used up all that oil, and I made, it had to have been at least probably 40 or 50 pounds of soap with all of that oil, just because I didn't want to go to waste. So that's what that hole is right there, is where I normally keep oil. And then over there, I've got olives and more green beans. This is my older stockpile. The one in the room before was actually my new rotation. And so I'm working out of this room first. There's some of my teas. I'm running out of teas. I need to get some more English teas. I love my English teas. Thank you, Mary, for that. Mary's always sending them to me. Down here on the bottom is where I've got the pasta sauces and all of that. Okay, so now back to my other stockpile room. You can see I was looking to see if I needed powdered sugar and brown sugar. I got enough powdered sugar, but I didn't have any brown sugar. So I added that to the list because I'm getting ready to do candy recipes on my other channels, super easy recipes. Michael put a link in there for you if you want. And then I've got my dry milk. I didn't need any of that because I hardly use that anymore. Got my potatoes up there. Could probably use a couple more potatoes. And then the rest of it I was pretty good on. So what I did was I went to the grocery store this morning because it was senior day. And even though I'm not quite there yet, occasionally they'll just give me the senior discount because I got gray hair.
You know, when you get the 16-year-old checker, they just assume if you have grade hair.
Wait till you hear what I did today for my senior discount. They gave it to me, but wait till you hear.
Uh-oh.
All right. So what I did was, just a second. Okay. I went to the grocery store, and you can go to the bathroom if you need to. Right here is how they have all the cases set up. So they just literally unload it all from the truck and just put all the cases out like this. It's crazy. So I guess they started their case lot sale last week and I missed it. I don't know how I missed checking the ad last week, but I guess I did. So anyway, this is how they're all set up. And so you can just go through and just get a whole case if you want a whole case. Now, that's how they do it here. But when I lived in east of Wyoming and they didn't have case lot sales, I would just go buy as many as I needed and they had the same price. They just had canned goods on sale for exceptional prices 2 or 3 times a year. So that's how I did it. Now, the best way to keep track of prices is our price book. That's how I keep track of price books. My prices is our price books. You can get those on our website, livingonadime.com. Now, I'm going to walk you through some of the things at the grocery store, and then I'm going to tell you everything I got. So, can you take off the lower third for just a second?
Yep.
So, you can see here, they had Campbell's soup for $1.99. Here they had tomatoes for 49 cents, but I saw this, 74 cents for the cream of chicken soup. And I was like, oh, is that a good deal or not for the off-brand? I wasn't sure if that was a good deal or not. So I went to my Walmart app because that's something that I don't normally use because I'm gluten-free. So I normally don't use cream of chicken soup, but I'm getting ready to do a lot of recipes on my other channels. And cream of chicken soup is one thing I'm going to be using. So I thought, well, I'll stock up. Well, here's the thing. It was 74 cents at the K-Slot sale, but it's 70 cents at Walmart. So it's actually cheaper at Walmart. So I'm just going to wait until I get my, I'm going to wait until I get my videos ready to use that. And I'm just going to buy it at Walmart when I need it. So I'm not going to stock up on that because that's not a good deal. So then I went and they had ketchup for $1.19. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that's a good deal, but we always need ketchup. $1.37 for 24 ounces, but it was $1.19 for 20 ounces. So that's about the same price. So I'm not going to stock up on ketchup because it's about the same price. Okay. Then they had chicken. And if you bought a box of chicken tenderloins,
Woohoo!
That is somebody's, oops, it's over your face. Hold on. That is somebody's favorite is chicken tenderloins.
They're just easy to cook fast.
Mike just likes them because they're easy to cook. So the chicken tenderloins are in a box and they were, now I can't get it again.
What's happening?
There. Okay. They're in a box and it was, let me get my receipt here. Let's see. What size box was that? I think a 20-pound box. Yeah. 20-pound box of chicken tenderloins. And that was $39 for 20 pounds. So that's $2 a pound. That is the cheapest chicken that I've had in my town in over a year, probably a year and a half. So I got all they had, which was one box. But I know a truck is coming on Friday. So I'm going to go back on Friday and see if they get any more in. I hope they do because that's a really stinking good deal. Yes. Liver and onions. Listen to Rob. Okay. So I got and the nice thing about their chicken tenderloins is it doesn't all come lumped together. They actually package it in 5-pound bags. So I just had to take the bags out of the box and throw it in my freezer. Now, you can see here at Walmart, they had the large boxes of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce for $2 on sale. So I stocked up last week on that. That's half price. I have no idea why it's half price at Walmart, my Walmart right now, but it is. So that's a pretty darn good deal. So we stocked up on that. Now, the other thing was Jiffy Mix. When I went and looked, Jiffy Mix was 89 cents. And I was like, I don't normally use Jiffy Mix, but for my new channel, I thought, okay, I'm going to start doing some Jiffy Mix recipes. So I went and looked, and right here, I don't know if you can see it, but Jiffy Mix is 98 cents. Okay, well, that's a good deal, but the cornbread Jiffy Mix is only 50 cents. So I'm going to stock up on the corn muffins at Walmart, and then I might get 10 or so Jiffy Mixes at the 89-cent price then at Ridley's, which is the name of my grocery store. All right. Now, guys, all of the recipes that I use with all this food that I'm showing you is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And then the green one is our gluten-free, dairy-free edition. You can get it in the description below for all of them. You can use our cookbooks together or separately. Start with Volume 1. Volume 2 is just the continuation. All different recipes, easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick. Your family will love. And if you're gluten-free like me, gluten-free and dairy-free, this is my gluten-free, dairy-free edition. Okay, so what did I end up buying? Here is my cart as I was leaving the grocery store. Yes, it is exhausting. I'm not going to lie. It was exhausting. I spent about 40 minutes probably in the grocery store getting the stuff and then checking out. It's a really small grocery store, so thankfully I didn't have too far to go around lugging all this stuff around. But here's what I had in my cart. I got chicken drumsticks. I got chicken thighs. And I'll run through all this. A box of tilapia, macaroni and cheese, Hot Pockets for Jack. I got some apple juice, bacon. You can see the bacon right there. And then I also had cans of olives because we use a lot of olives. We love our Mexican food around here. So Jack's Hot Pockets for, now I know I'm going to get, well, that's not food. Yes, it is. It is perfectly fine to send your kid a Hot Pocket to school. My kid has access to microwaves at his school and he likes them. He doesn't eat them every day, but instead of almost $15, they were $12 on sale. So that's why I got 3 of them. So that'll be, I don't know, probably 3 months or 4 months worth of lunches for him. And then here it is. I ended up having 2 carts to get me out to the car because it wasn't as organized as well. But yeah, so then I get home to my freezer and I thought, oh, I kind of need to defrost my freezer, even though I just got it. It's only 2 months old, because 2 days ago, I accidentally left my freezer door partially opened.
What? Now you confess.
And everything had partially defrosted. It was still half frozen, half defrosted, but you can see I had a meat melt down here. So next week's video, I am going, before I tell you how much I spent on everything, I'm going to show you what I did to deal with my freezer, how I deal with my freezer. This is going to be next week's live, but I cleared out my whole freezer, had a big old mess. I'm going to tell you how long it took me to defrost my freezer, and you guys are going to be surprised by the answer, actually. And yeah, so I had a big old stinking mess, but I decided to go ahead and unload everything out of the freezer and defrost it before I put everything at the grocery store in. Now, I was going to do this yesterday, but yesterday I spent 2 hours painting my new picket fence that we got up this weekend. Thank you, my love. And so I could hardly walk. I hurt so bad. I could hardly walk yesterday. And I knew I needed to defrost my freezer, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So, okay. So what did I get? I have my receipt here. And you can see I paid $309 on the credit card. And here's what I got. I got 16 half-gallon of apple juice for $1.19 each. I got 24 dark brown sugars for $1.99 each. No. Were they $1? Yeah, $1.99 each. I got macaroni and cheese for 50 cents each. 24 boxes of that. I got olives for $1.59. I got 24 of those. I got 3 Hot Pockets for Jack for $12.99. I got 20 pounds of chicken tenders for $39. I got 19 bacons for $3.49. Now, here's the thing. They did have bacon for a 20 or 15 pound box. Oh shoot, how much was it? It was a 15-pound box, and it was $2.75 a pound. So that was $40, just over $40 for a 15-pound box of bacon. But I was so tired yesterday, and I had a lot to do today, and I was tired from grocery shopping. So I spent the extra $1 a pound to already have the bacon packaged. For me, this week in my life, it was worth the extra $1 to not go and have to repackage all the bacon into Ziploc bags. But if you were ultra saving, you could go and repackage it, okay? So I did pay just like 56. I paid 70 cents more, so I didn't have to do that. Then I got 5 packages of drumsticks at $1.17 a pound. And let me go see what Walmart is right now for drumsticks. They are. Oh, I didn't get a good deal.
Oh, no.
See, I never buy drumsticks. So I thought this was a good deal, and I just picked them up, and I forgot to actually double check. But
you should listen to on Living on a Dime.
Why do I not listen to that lady on Living on a Dime?
Pretty brilliant.
I tell you, she's just so smart. And if you don't listen to her, you lose money. So look what I did.
But
I didn't
don't
even
tell her that because she'll get a big head.
I didn't even follow my own darn tootin' advice. Look at this. So it was $1.27 for the regular drumsticks. And I paid $1.17, but I could have gotten them in a 5-pound bag for $1.09. So that's not the bestest price that I could have gotten. Oh, that stinks. Oh, well, we all win some and we all lose some. Okay, see, I did not check my price book. I just picked it up because I was tired and it was at the end of my shopping. I confess my sins. Okay, so then
that's like the second time in 2 days you've said that.
Man, I'm getting all of my sins confessed up, aren't I?
Yeah.
Do I tell them what my other sin was that I confessed to you?
I forgot what
okay.
See, it's out of. I put it out of my mind.
Oh, thank you.
As far as the east
Thank
is
you.
from
Okay, so it wasn't a great deal. Or, I mean, it wasn't an exceptional deal, but it was still a really good deal. So that's okay. But then I got 9 packages of chicken thighs, and they were $1.17. And those were a good deal because at Walmart, they're $1.77 right now. So that was a good deal. To the car?
Yeah, the car.
They were in there.
Oh, they're in there?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Then I got a case of tilapia fillets for $35, which was about $4 a pound instead of the $7 or so that I pay at my Walmart for them. So, and then when I was at the checkout, I heard the guy say in the line across, the lady asked about the senior discount. And he said, well, you have to ask for it now. And I was like, oh, he's not just going to give me the senior discount. So I said, well, what age would the senior discount be now? He said, it's 55. And I said, oh, man. I said, I'm so close. I said, if I tell you I identify as a senior, does that count? He said, yeah, that's good enough for me.
I thought you were going to say you told him my husband is 55.
So I got the senior discount. So part of that so it was originally $344, and I got a $34 senior discount. And so it was $309 for everything for my grocery haul today.
Wow. All right.
And then I came home and shot 6 recipe videos.
Wow.
I am exhausted. All right. Can you send me the comments and questions, guys? Check out our Dining on a Dime cookbooks. Let me see if I can you get the lower third up? That is where all of our recipes are. At livingonadime.com. If you need to start somewhere, start with volume 1 right here. And volume 2, it goes with it. 600 pages, full color, easy recipes that your kids will love, recipes that your kids can learn how to cook. My son is learning how to cook with it. Right there is our Hush Puppies, my Hush Puppies recipe, actually. And let's see, what other recipes do we have? And here's the breakfast recipes right there. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh my goodness.
Yum.
Oh, the deliciousness. All right. Hello, Dale. All right. Now, comments and questions. Post your comments and questions, guys. And have a good night at church, James. You know, it's kind of sad that they don't have church on Wednesday and Sunday nights anymore. It was kind of a nice flow to the week, going Sunday morning and Sunday night and then Wednesday night.
It was?
Yes, it was. I don't know. Frankie says she has made almost every recipe from volume 1 and volume 2, and they are amazing. Thank you so much. She was telling us how great everything was as she was cooking along. All right. And she also says we are her favorite husband and wife power couple. Oh, are we? Oh, now we got a kiss.
We're a power couple.
Now we're a power couple. Huh? Lori says my hair looks nice. Thank you. I don't look quite so swollen. Do I look quite so swollen and pale today?
As from yesterday?
Yes.
No, I mean, you don't look at all that way today.
Do you want to tell them that I confess my sins of what I did?
Yeah, but I've forgotten it as far as the East is from the West.
So, for most of you know, because, you know, I have my gluten-free, dairy-free edition.
Well, before she tells you this, let me just say, I said, dear, are you feeling okay? Do you need an Alka-Seltzer?
I was like, no, I'm not. Thank you. But what I didn't tell him was I tested my gluten allergy again, my wheat allergy, to just see. Because I'm like, how can a person have this many foods they're allergic to? Because I had a food allergy test and I was like allergic to everything. Literally like 45 foods. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I decided to test it with some brownies that I made for the treat. Did you see the new pile of wood chips?
I did.
So they were cutting down a tree down the end of the street. So I made some brownies.
I just happened to go down to the South 40 and I could see it way down there.
And I bribed the guys with a pan of brownies. So I decided to try and see if my wheat allergy is still a problem. It is still definitely a problem. So anyway, thank you. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. Diana says, hello from Rochester, New York. I made 2 apple crumb pies from volume 1, the red one, so far this fall. Yum. Aren't those delicious? Oh, I love that recipe. That is one of my favorite recipes. Froze Family says, hello from cooler Japan. Finally, I so enjoy not sweating. Yes. Also here, it has cooled down, but it's supposed to get cool in 2 days. So that's why I've been frantically working outside, trying to get my outdoor projects done, not moving near as fast as I need to be moving. And I'm not going to get it all done this year. I've had to scrap several things that I'm just going to have to let go to next year. And I'm very sad because I wanted to get them done. This is why I don't do goals. I hate goals. Goals are from Satan. All you do is just set goals and then you don't achieve them. And then you're depressed when you set your goals and you don't reach them. Kind of like I've been exercising for 4 months. I have gone 5 days a week to exercise. Have I lost any weight? No. Not one stinking
but you're
pound.
Looking good, girl.
Listen to you. All right. Bernadine says, hello, everyone from West Liberty, Ohio. She loves live streams. Thank you. So the whole point of that whole entire story was in 2 days, we're hitting the 50s and 60s with rain. So I was trying to get everything done. Saving with Stacy, what is your cooking channel? Because I really want to go watch it. So I actually have 2 now, but the only one I'm going to tell you about is Super Easy Recipes. I'll tell you about that one. So you can go watch Super Easy Recipes. I'm not telling anybody about my new cooking channel because I don't want the algorithm to get messed up. I don't want it.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Nobody's going to find it.
If anybody goes looking for it, it'll make it. They won't
find it. They won't find it. So anyway, hello, Connie.
But once it takes off, then we'll tell you.
She's in Deadwood and Deborah is in Salina, Kansas. Do we know Salina, Kansas? Do we know Salina, Kansas?
One of us was just there not that long ago.
Yep. What, 3 weeks ago?
Stop in at Spangles.
Yeah.
For breakfast at 6:30 in the morning.
They love Spangles in Salina.
Yep. It's our last shot at it before we head west.
Yep. Can't get Spangles
Or
anymore.
I guess it was heading north this time.
Yes.
Because we went through Nebraska.
Art Lady says she loves my cookbook. Thank you. Ron and Ann say, hello, recently passed through Sheridan on her way to Yellowstone, which is way better interstate or Highway 14 through Wyoming. Well, thank you.
So we go on Highway 14 just because the interstate is about 2 hours longer. It's an easier trip that way, and you do go through.
Yep.
It's an easier trip that way.
We were just up there last week and took Highway 14 last week up there.
Main thing with Highway 14 is at night there's a lot of wildlife on the road.
Yep.
But yeah.
And we were coming home at night, and I was fervently praying that the Lord would clear the road of animals. We hit a rabbit, which is fine. Who cares? It's a rabbit. We hit a rabbit, but we did not hear, oh my goodness, there was like, 6, 7, 8, 9 deer along the side of the road at least. One elk just standing in the road, just like, hey, dare you to come through. We were we are coming through. She was slightly on the side of the one lane.
Yeah, the previous time I was up there, there was probably 3 times as much wildlife there. And it's funny because there's Antelope Butte is a ski area, and of course the antelope are all over it. And then there's Elk View Lodge, and I realized, it's called that because there are elk all over the place. And it was really hectic. But it is kind of cool at night up there because since there's absolutely no traffic, the stars are fantastic. It's amazing. In fact, that'd be cool to go up there to see the aurora. Yep,
and we went again Sunday up that direction, and there was tons of splatted raccoons on the road, so thankfully we missed all those on the way. Lady Hawk says, love your channel, appreciate all you do to encourage us not only to save money but in our faith. You're welcome. I am so glad. Karen, butter was $2.99 this week, so now I have lots of baking. Yes, it's $2.99 here, but I still have a huge stockpile from last November that I'm having to use up, so I haven't restocked yet because I'm trying to use that first, but I make ghee because I'm dairy free, so I use it for ghee. Okay, let's see. Rob, our friend Rob, we had a fire pit with Rob.
Oh wait, I thought Rob was a troll.
Rob's our friend here in Sheridan. We love Rob and Michelle.
That's why he hassles us. If you're on the Facebook side.
He says he likes green beans. So next time he comes, I'm not going to fix popcorn or desserts. I'm just going to fix green beans for Rob.
Yeah.
You guys should see the candies, the fall candies I made today. That video that's going up tomorrow. Yum. Oh my goodness. I wish I would have brought my phone and unloaded it. You guys would just die. It is gorgeous.
Rob and Michelle bring over
they brought me liver and onions and raspberries.
Oh, I didn't know they brought you liver and onions.
Mm-hmm.
But they have these massive raspberry plants, and are they all the yellow colored ones?
Yes. And I got to start from them, so I'm so excited.
Woohoo.
So
we'll have to put in a giant. We'll have to go find some kind of a septic tank somewhere and put it in the ground so we can prevent them from growing everywhere.
Yeah. So in 2 years, we might have some raspberries because it takes 2 years for them to go if we're all here.
Raspberries before, and they send these runners under the ground and they'll spread all over the place unless you have something that goes down into the ground to prevent them from sending the runners.
Yeah. All right. Amazing Grace says she loves Target's candy making season. Yes, candy making season has officially begun. Laura sent me these cute, she sent me like 6 different nails. I was 6 or 7. I don't know. She sent me a whole bunch. These are the fall ones. So stinking cute. Aren't those cute? So thank you for that. And she sent me some really good chocolate. Oh my goodness. She sent me all these different kinds of chocolates. Blonde chocolate, ruby chocolate. I have no idea what that is. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Yvonne, do you wash out the cat litter container and use it? Or afterwards, do you put your rice in something else first and then in the container? So yes, I rinse out the cat litter containers and then I just leave the rice in the bags. So I buy them in 1 or 2 pound bags so they're easier to use. Sometimes I get them in 5 pounds bags, but no more than 5. 1, 2, or 5 pounds is how I buy them. And then they stack really nice in the cat litter containers. And then I just close the lid so that if I have a washer spillover, I won't get it all messed up. Denise, are you ever looking for new recipes? I have a very, very tasty cashew brittle. Share it, Denise, and I will make that because I'm actually doing several brittle recipes. I'm going to do a macadamia nut, pecan, almond. I didn't think about a cashew one. So please send that along and I will give that one a try and I'll see how it goes. James, hello from Virginia. He turned 59 on his birthday. Was it last week? So if you're wondering how old I am, now you know. It was nice. A couple of weeks before my birthday, we went to Myrtle Beach. It's really fun. So somebody told us we should go to Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
Where can I go where I could just go and sit on the beach and relax? Like in my books from the late 1800s and early 1900s, Mom and I like to read Grace Livingston Hill. And she's always talking about how the mother's having a breakdown. And so then they go sit on the beach for the summer. Where do you do that at? I don't know where you do that at.
I don't know. Well, I know that place in Maine where they had the little houses, that was nice. But I think places like that where there are all those houses on the beach, it's just not cheap like it probably used to be.
Well, so then in the book that I'm reading today, or this week, or whatever you want to call it. What's it called? It's called The Challengers by Grace Livingston Hill. In there, here's what it said. It said, the daughter to the mother. So how is dad doing? Or how is father doing? Mom, he's doing really well. But the doctor said that he needs to go out to the country for a year to recover.
Wow.
That's my problem. I haven't had a year to recover in the country.
But you've been out in the country for 4 years.
When?
Well, okay, it's a small town.
They're saying I should go out to the country.
Yeah.
God told me through the Grace Livingston Hill book. I'm supposed to go to the country for a year.
Grace is a prophet now.
Yes. Okay. So Denise sent me that.
Lori said Sandy Cove Bible Conference, Northeast Maryland. What?
Never even heard of that. Huh?
No, just thinking. Oh, I assume that she means because it's out in the country.
Cindy says, I use no soda in candle soup, for which they have 4 of. I know they are usually cream of, and tomato soup, which I use casseroles now. Yeah, you can also, guys, if you need a really good tomato soup recipe, my tomato soup recipe in here is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And I have the gluten-free edition in here. Moya says, dinner tonight is tacos. Yum. Can you see the next one? And also, if you need taco seasoning is in volume 1. And then if you want in volume 2, I did the coolest thing. So I took and made one meat with a Mexican meat. And what I did was right here, taco meat filling right here. Okay. And then what I did was I had how to make tacos, how to make taco salad, how to make taco pasta bake, how to make tostadas and burritos and enchiladas and creamy chicken enchiladas and 7-layer taco dip, all with the one meat. So what you can do is you can take the meat and do it like, let's see if I can find the video real quick here. Oh, shoot. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you can take and do your taco meat like this, okay? So just make up your taco meat and then right here, okay, is that playing?
Sandwich bags, which are a piece. You fold the top down, and this little flap comes over.
Yep.
Then I pop these in the refrigerator, and these are 1 meal portions, about quarters of a pound.
So I do about 3/4 of a pound for those, and then I just stack them up in my freezer. Then when I go to make whatever Mexican food we're going to make, which we eat Mexican food like 5 times a week, I just pull it out and defrost it. My meat's already done. So dinner is literally 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not kidding, guys. When I say I spend 5 to 10 minutes making dinner, I think 30-minute recipes is a ridiculous amount of time to be spending in the kitchen. I just don't do it. I don't have the energy to do it. Denise, you can mail the cashew brittle recipe to editor@livingonadime.com. Is where you can send it. Thank you. Yeah, just editor@livingonadime.com. Cindy, my husband is a picky eater. He doesn't like chicken quarters, but sometimes ignore him. But the quarters he said no to. So just make the chicken quarters up. Just cook the chicken and pick off all the chicken and just put it in your casseroles and stuff. You don't have to eat the chicken quarters whole. You can just pick off all the meat and then just use it in your dinner. Mike doesn't like eating chicken quarters anyway, but first of all, I make him do it anyway. But
I don't like eating them.
You don't like eating chicken with bones in it.
Well, I pick the chicken off the bones. I don't eat it. Well, if it's fried chicken, I would eat it on the bones. But when it's broiled or whatever, I pick it all off the bones first, and then I eat it separate from the bones.
So
but
I would just pick off the meat and use it. Moya says chicken thighs are my favorite cheap meat. Yep, Denise, still looks better than my freezer. Last time I defrosted the freezer, I spilled scalding hot water down my whole leg and foot. That was exciting. Oh, don't use scalding water. Oh my, ow. Yeah, that would definitely hurt. I wouldn't do that. Shelly says, oh, that feeling when you realize your good deal wasn't a good deal. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Well, you can't win them all. I win 95% of them.
Was it a bad deal? How much more was it?
It wasn't a horrible deal. It was just 10 cents more a pound. So that's not horrible. Cindy, I wanted to buy ground turkey at Costco, but they had different brand with different packaging. It would have required repackaging, so I decided to wait. Yep, that's what I do too. Moya says my butcher has chicken legs on sale for 80 cents now. That's a great deal. Frankie says, listen, don't get spicy. I might have to pay to watch. Oh, because we were smooching. Froze family, maybe you could console yourself that the more expensive chicken legs are better quality than cheaper ones. Well, okay, except I think they come from the same place, but yeah. Frankie.
Just say so, though.
Yeah.
It works for other people.
Oh, I already read that comment. Mrs. Bean friend, you're too funny. I try the same tactics about the senior discount. I figure the worst they will say is no. I know. Most of the time I just walk up there and they just give it to me anyway.
When I was in high school, my friends and I went out late at night to a Denny's, and I told them we're a bunch of seniors. Can we get the senior discount? And they gave it to us. They thought it was funny because, well, we were just a different kind of seniors.
We need to be telling Jack's friends at school they need to be doing that.
I know.
That's funny.
They didn't say the senior citizens discount. They just said the seniors discount. So
yeah, there you go. Amazing Grace, I'm sick, or I would be at church tonight. I missed Sunday also, but I'm on antibiotic. Yeah, as you can tell, I am getting sick myself.
No.
It's been the smoke, but I don't think we don't have smoke today, do we?
I don't think so.
It's been the smoke, and now I don't think, well, I don't know. It's kind of cloudy out there. Mike will look and tell us if we have smoke. So I've been on Dayquil for 2 weeks now. Oh my goodness. Joyce, she made my peachy pork chops.
Yum.
I think that was Mom's recipe in volume 1 right here, and livingonadime.com. You can get that recipe. Delicious. And had your baking mix muffins. That was my recipe right here for breakfast with pineapple coconut. Yum. That would be delicious.
Nope, not smoke.
The smoke is gone today,
We
so
have a
I'm just
3.
getting sick.
It's a 3 on the smoke, Bounty. Can you believe that? We were like 119 a couple of days ago.
Wow. Family Badlands, we went to Drumheller for the day, 15% off. First of the month at IGA Foods. Didn't need much for groceries, but I finished the last of my Christmas shopping, other than pajamas. Very good.
Wow.
Sharon's happy to see that we're alive. Hello, Lynn.
Thank you.
I'm allergic to almost everything. You're not alone. Yeah, I just keep thinking that I've got to be able to eat something more than just fish tacos for the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm frustrated.
Well, maybe you should go to Chino Hills and get it from Wahoo's, and then you'd feel better about it. Oh, it's probably breaded at Wahoo's.
Yeah.
It's breaded.
Yeah.
I just heard people speak so highly of them.
You think that's a good excuse?
I thought that would be a good place for you to try it. Yes.
Julie says we have Bible study on Wednesday nights. Yeah, most churches don't anymore. Mrs. Bringfriend, speaking of church, I go on Wednesday, but I forgot because I had 40 shots in my head with Botox. I'm in a lot of pain. Oh my word.
So I asked, and she said it's for a medical condition, and she needs it every 3-6 months.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, but it works that long, so.
I had a special, my cup is leaking. I guess I have to throw my cup away. Oh, man.
Do I need to go get the Pizza Hut cup?
Yeah, they don't make cups like they used to, do they? Yeah, I had a procedure done on my foot for 6 weeks in a row, and it was only 5 minutes. And it's called shockwave therapy to help my plantar fasciitis. And it helps. But I'm telling you, childbirth isn't that painful. My friend's husband is the one that did it on my foot, and she was standing there holding my hand. I was sweating. I was doubled up in pain. It was absolutely awful. But
she did it to herself 6 times.
It was awful. But the plantar fasciitis pain is not so bad. Now, the fibromyalgia pain is just as bad, but the plantar fasciitis pain isn't as bad. Mayo says, it's finally cooling here in Central Florida. Just opened up the windows and turned off the AC. Wow. Cindy, talking about allergies, if your dog is scratching and has upset stuff, look at food ingredients. Yes. We had to put our dog, Buster, if you guys remember Buster, right? He rest in peace.
He's fluttering. He should.
He was allergic to grains. He was allergic to wheat and corn. And he scratched. When we first got him, he did not stop scratching. And we had to put him on grain-free food. Or not grain-free food, but turkey and rice food. And it was Rachel Ray. And it was the cheapest at Walmart. Because I was paying at the time, it was like $25 a bag. It's probably $50 a bag now. But at the time, it was $25 a bag for the regular doctor stuff. But I went to Walmart and they had turkey and rice, and it was like $5 a bag back then. Amanda, you may have gained muscle. Maybe take your measurements. Yeah, I'm doing this special BMI muscle thing at the workout place, and I am gaining muscle, but I don't know. I was getting ready to pay for a year, and I'm like, do I pay for a year for the gym, or do I not pay for a year for the gym?
I'll pay for a year, because then you'll say, oh, I have to go because we paid for it.
I would. If we paid for it, I would have to go.
Maybe I should pay for it today.
Amazing Grace says, I agree, Tara. I still haven't finished my white fence, getting it up either. You probably get yours before I do. It's been in the 80s here this week, too sunny and hot. Yeah, that's part of the problem. It has been so hot. Even though it's 80s, we are whips now. And oh my goodness, the sun is about to kill us.
After living in cool climate for a while. Woo, it does get hot in the summer, but not real. I mean, it only gets to be high 90s for a short amount of time, right?
Yeah. Tea cider. Are you going to be doing a video of your fall decorations, and have you unveiled the mailbox yet? So no, I know yet. I will go ahead and do that video. I have it planned, and I'm going to do that video. I even have it on the timeline. I have just been so busy trying to get my outside stuff done and so exhausted. I just have not been able to do any videos. So I'm still working on trying to get that done. I'm sorry. I know I told you I'd have it out, and I just haven't. Mary Jane says she loves my Super Easy Recipes channel. Thank you. It's my other YouTube channel. Art Lady says she's going to Friday. She's going to get volume 2. Yes, you can get it at livingonadime.com. Is where you can get all of my cookbooks. Karen, your shopping advice has been an absolute godsend. We are living on an ever-shrinking budget in a city where prices seem to go up on something every single day. And my 20-something is a shark. I don't know what that means. I guess they eat a lot, I guess. But yeah. See, what was it? Batteries. Our son got stranded, so we had to buy a battery to take to him. And
A car battery.
And the last time I bought a battery, it was like $50. It was $275 for just a regular battery. Well, it had the 5-year warranty, but still, my goodness. Valley in the Badlands. Are you getting the aurora that's happening right now? Not the most spectacular I've seen, but decent. I haven't looked to see if we are getting it.
This morning, they said at the Y, oh, hey, did you see the aurora? And I said, no. When I came in, it was completely pitch black because the clouds were so thick. So we couldn't have seen it then. But we often get the word from somebody in town that the aurora is out. This is the aurora borealis, if you're not following. And so we'll go out. We can see it from town if it's really bright, but we can actually drive out of town about a mile or two, and it's really bold out there usually.
Yeah. Barbara says, do you use tallow from Costco? No, I don't. And actually, I heard that's the most expensive tallow you can get. So I would get it from somewhere else. But I don't use tallow in my soap, if that's what you're talking about. I just used lard and vegetable oil and coconut oil.
Yeah, Moya says Walmart usually has the best deals on car batteries. We used to buy them at Walmart, but I don't anymore because one time something happened and they wouldn't. I think I took it and it was the wrong one or something, but I had pulled the little thingy off to hook it on, and the little plastic thingy, and they said, nope, the plastic thingy's off. It's been used. You can't take it back. And they were super nasty with me.
It was literally like an hour. It was.
They were
right
super
away.
nasty with me about it, and they would not take it back. And it didn't work for our car. So I was like, I'm never buying any car batteries at Walmart ever again. And we used to go there for some tires or something, and we stopped doing that too, just because we were like, if that's the way you're going to be.
Yeah.
So if you've generally had a good experience, it might be okay. But we just ran into that problem, and it just made me think, okay, not doing that. So we usually buy them at O'Reilly. And the one that he had was already in the car. But we usually buy them there because they're really easy about, if anything goes wrong with it, making it right.
Yep. Let's see. Mary Jane, I know people watch Super Easy Recipes because I can't find any cake mixes for angel food. Ha, that's funny. Actually, that's hilarious because I haven't looked lately, but let me just go and see real quick. My 2-ingredient angel food cake. You would not think that an angel food cake recipe would be so controversial. But it is. And it has, let me see how many views it has right now. So just a second. Let me go see here real quick. It's got, so here's my other channel, Super Easy Recipes, for those of you wondering. But it has videos here. Okay, so my most popular videos, but okay, so right here, the pink one, 395,000 views.
Woohoo! Yay!
On an angel food cake recipe.
So what's the controversy on it then?
So you want to know what the big controversy is?
I do.
So the big controversy is, these YouTube ads.
I'm making 2 ingredient cake
Okay, so watch
here.
this.
This is so stinking easy. It doesn't get any easier than this.
Okay, so we're gonna do this on quadruple time here, double time. But
bowl. Now this is the Angel Food Cake Mix that you just add water, so it has everything that you need.
first controversy is, well, do I add water? Do I add water? Do I add water? Do I add water? I'm like, do I put water in the recipe? Do you see me putting any water anywhere? No, I am not putting water anywhere.
This one all in. Oh my, that's looking so delicious.
And then it gets all nice and poofy.
All right.
Now here's the controversy. Watch. Can you see, dear, what the controversy is here? Watch. See if you can pick out the controversy.
You don't get the bottom stuff. Just get it mixed in as you're pouring it in the pan.
It hasn't happened yet, right?
Nope. But we're getting there.
Okay, we're going to spread it in the pan. We're going to bake this at 350 degrees.
Okay. Did anybody see the controversy there? I'm wondering, does anybody see the controversy? Let's see if they see the controversy there. Let's see. Spoon, not spatula, Claire says. Yeah, that's one of them, actually.
That's a controversy?
Yeah, okay. So it's sort of the spatula. Sort of the spatula. It's because I didn't wipe out, because I didn't scrape the bowl.
Oh, okay.
I got more comments. Why didn't you scrape the bowl? Why didn't you scrape the bowl? And then the other thing is, how long do you bake it? I'm like, go get the recipe. It's right there in the description. Go look at the recipe, people. And nobody goes and looks at the recipe. So anyway. All right. Kimberly says, I went through my stockpile today and double checked expiration dates because some of the stuff has been there for 5 years. There was some stuff I had to toss because it was cornmeal and that was not in Mylar bags. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch that I'm having to get rotated through also myself. So I totally get it. And she also says, have you ever thought about ordering wheat from Europe? I have actually tried that. I'll try it again, but I have tried that. I was going to try a different brand to see.
How did you feel when we were over there?
Can you send me the next one? I didn't feel as bad, but I still had a reaction. Can you send me the next one?
Yes.
Frankie says, progress, not perfection. I think with my money, with my spending $3 more than I should have on my, well, not $3. I spent $1.20 more than I should have on the chicken drumsticks. Are you going to flog me with a wet noodle now?
I can't believe you.
Are you going to divorce me?
Did not know I married such a wasteful spendthrift.
Hillary says, I always say I make plans and then God laughs. Yeah, pretty much.
Coming at you.
Deb, Tara, have you ever made peanut brittle with dry roasted peanuts? That's the only way I do it. So my grandma's peanut brittle recipe in here does use raw peanuts, but I have changed it and I use the dry peanuts. So yeah, I use the salted dry peanuts, which makes, I'm sorry, Grandma, but it makes my peanut brittle really good. Really, really good. Amazing. As a matter of fact, I could sell it. I should sell it because this lady, I went to a Christmas bazaar last year and this lady had peanut brittle and she just sold out like that.
Really?
Absolutely sold out like that.
Wow.
Amazing Grace.
Third Thursday, you can just clean up.
I know. Amazing Grace says the easy cake mix recipes are making me sad since I'm gluten-free. I watch all of them and I love to make them. Yes, although I should test some of these recipes with gluten-free cake mix because they might work. They might work. So Claire says, is there a quick and easy recipe for pumpkin cookies? Yes, there is. And I just posted that video. It is right here. Now, it's for the whoopie pies, but I'll put the link in, pumpkin cookies. There, it's for the whoopie pies, but just don't make them into whoopie pies. Just make them into the cookies.
Three ingredient whoopie pies.
Oops.
I just had to try this now. I'm
Sorry.
using the Walmart
Blabbing
spice
again.
cake mix because
Okay. There we go. All right. Karen says the OBX. What's OBX?
I'm not sure.
Karen, tell me what the OBX is.
I was wondering if you would know what that was.
I have no idea what that is. Oh, thank you. Denise sent me the recipe for cashew brittle.
Ooh.
Yum. Oh, I bet that tastes good. I can just taste it right now. Okay, Farm Wife, your senior citizen discount made up for the chicken legs. You're still ahead. You're right. It was. He thought that was pretty funny when I said I identify as a senior citizen.
How old was he?
Probably 27 or 28.
That's hilarious.
Cindy says Hobby Lobby has a cup like Pizza Hut's. Yeah, I actually have an original Pizza Hut cup that I got at a garage sale. I got like 4 or 5 of them at a garage sale. Vanity Badlands, Tara, come spend a week with me this winter packing chop buckets and chopping and opening water holes for her cattle. I'll get you to lose weight and get in shape. Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh,
that
winter.
Would be yes. I come from a ranching family. I don't know if you know that
so
or
is this
not.
because the water holes freeze and they can't drink out of them?
So they have to chop them open to let the cows drink.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, it's like a big problem. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And sometimes they have to go out several times a day. Like if it's like below 0, they have to go out several times a day and chop it open.
Are the water holes really far from the barn?
Well, it just depends.
Because I was just thinking, surely there's some kind of a heat stick you can put in
well
there.
Yeah, but sometimes they can't, so they have solar powered ones now that a lot of the ranchers will use.
Wow.
But not all of them. But think about it, if it's in the winter and it's snowing, you're not going to have solar.
No, I wasn't thinking solar. I was thinking like that thing we used to have in our gutter that if you left it plugged in, it would keep it from freezing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if there was something like that.
Yeah, they do have.
It would seem
similar,
like that would be a great thing to have for ranch
if
people.
you're close enough to electricity, though.
Yeah, that's why I was asking how far it is.
Lori, Sandy Cove Bible Conference, Northeast Maryland. It's on the water. It's beautiful. Is it a year long so I can go and sit for a year? Michelle says Hilton Head is better but more expensive. Karen says Outer Banks. In Israel?
No, Outer Banks of the Carolinas. The outer.
Oh. Isn't there an Outer Banks in Israel?
I think you're thinking of what some people call the West
Oh,
Bank.
the West. Oh, I'm getting the West Bank
That's
mixed up.
Judea
Okay.
and
Yeah,
Samaria.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Bonnie, I love Myrtle Beach. So I guess I need to check out this Myrtle Beach. Let's go look and see what Myrtle Beach looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why people would like Myrtle Beach. Let's just take a look here and see. Myrtle Beach. What do we got here? Images. Oh, that's lovely. So you just, sit on the beach all day long? I don't know. I've only been to the beach like really once when we were in Florida for one day.
Yeah. I was going to say, you were in Panama City Beach.
So do you do that every day? You just go sit on the beach like that every day when you're doing this? What do you do?
You do what you were asking about. You just sit in the hot tub and read your book. Or you sit out on the sand and read your book.
Oh, people actually do that. So what time of year do you do this so you're not freezing on the how do you time it so you're not freezing in the water? Because when we were in Florida, it was cold.
Well, it was just on the border of about to get warm. What was it? March? We were in Florida? Or April? March. It was March. Yeah, I don't know what it's like at Myrtle Beach, but in Texas, it wasn't until end of April, roughly. And then I don't know, when you and I went to the Texas beach in October, it was cold.
Huh.
So,
well,
there's that.
I don't know. Okay, let's see. You need to send me the next one. So Amazing Grace said she went to Myrtle Beach too.
That's the next one.
Tina says Emerald Isle, North Carolina. I guess I didn't know North Carolina had Carolinas. Is Myrtle Beach in North or South Carolina? I don't know.
Wow. Emerald Isle? We've been to the other Emerald Isle, but
Bonnie's,
cool to go
yep, I
there.
need to go to the beach to recover for a year. Man, me too. Ooh. Any Badlands. 2 nights ago around 4:30, they were actually dancing just green and blue, but strong. The Aurora Borealis. Wow, I bet it was pretty up there.
Oh, yeah. You probably have a better view of it than us, most likely.
Joyce said I made the cake mix brownie the other day just to try something different. Yummy. Yes, very delicious. Kendra, I hear you on the allergies. The same thing just happened to me in June. I'm 53 with celiac and live on your gluten-free, dairy-free cookbook. That's our green one, guys, right here. Let me tell you, if you're dairy-free, gluten-free, this is the book for you. I said to the allergist, oops, the other half didn't finish. Yeah, our gluten-free, dairy-free cookbook. I tested all the recipes so that my recipes will work if you follow them exactly. You have to follow them exactly. And Shay says, my husband said the pizza dough recipe is delicious. Yeah, that's volume 1, and that's also on my website, livingonadime.com. Michelle says, I learned how to make enchiladas on my own. Very good. Yeah, back to the gluten-free, guys. If you are making my gluten-free recipes, you have to follow them exactly, and you have to kind of know what you're doing a little bit. I mean, I thought I made it for dummies. It really is a cookbook for dummies, but there are some people that just prove me wrong. So follow the recipes exactly. Make sure you are using gluten-free flour. Home milled flour is not gluten-free. It's still wheat. Home milled flour is not gluten-free. Sourdough is not gluten-free unless it's specifically gluten-free sourdough. Make sure you use gluten-free flour and you follow the directions exactly. If you do, the stuff will turn out. Cindy says, the oldest spa in the U.S. is Hot Springs, Arkansas. Are you proud of me? Yes. Before modern machine doctors prescribed a number of days at the Hot Springs spa. You should try it. I actually did try it. Back in 2014, our lives were absolute hell, to put it mildly, in 2014. And we had 3 car accidents in 3 months. Our brother-in-law died. Our niece came to live with us, an only child moving into a big family of 4 with her 2 cats to join our cat and dog. And Mike's father decided to take us to court and sue us in court for 2 years. It was a living nightmare. I honestly never thought I would get through it. I really didn't.
What was it you did?
I'm talking about 2014 and what a nightmare it was.
Yes.
So after the 3rd car accident, I got a pain and suffering payout. So my wonderful husband, I found a deal where I could go for, what was it, $150 a week, I think?
Something, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was so there in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, there's a hot springs. And there was a hotel there that for $150 a week, I could go stay for the winter. So I went and stayed for an entire month. And I went every day and soaked I probably spent 8 hours a day soaking in the hot springs. In the snow, in the rain, in the sun. I just sat in the hot springs. Now, I was still working on business stuff then because Pinterest decided to tank then. And I was trying to figure out what we need to do. And it helped keep me from, dying, but it didn't really help too much. But I mean, it helped keep me alive, but that was all. Jay No More says Aruba's Divi resort was very quiet at night. Felt all alone and peaceful. Never heard of that. Huh. Where's Aruba at? Is that Mexico?
Yeah, it's down there by. No, it's not Mexico. It's an island in the Caribbean down there by that.
Well, I know, but I'd rather go to the Caribbean.
I was trying to remember that island that Ellie and them went to. Bonaire is one of those too. It's Aruba, Bonaire, and something else.
Janie says, I need help, please, with mice in the pantry. Just start putting out mice or mouse traps. Just start putting out mouse traps. Put everything in metal tins. The metal popcorn tins are great for that. Probably they can't get into the cat litter buckets, but you're going to have to put everything into buckets, everything into tins, and just put out mouse traps and just start trapping and trapping and trapping. Connie, speaking of soup, your potato soup in volume 1 right here. This is this is mom's recipe that I adapted in here for some of my videos. Let's see. Can you see my next one? Amazing Grace says, yes. My doctor wanted me to try Botox shots for migraines. Me too. No way am I going to do that. Joyce, I am homesick or would be at church tonight. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick, but I'm glad to have you. Art Lady says, never had a fish taco. I need to try it. You know, I didn't try fish tacos for years. And, oh, man, I found a really good recipe. And now I eat them almost every day. Pretty much every day I eat them. Thank you, Amanda, for subbing to my Super Easy Recipes channel. Amazing Grace, I go to the Y a couple days a week. I try to do the machines to build up my strength. Exercising gives me a headache, unfortunately. Yeah, it does me too. Heart Lady, I'm in South Georgia. Feels like summer here, nice and cool. Very good. Yeah, it was actually cold here the other morning. We're going to be in for a shock on Saturday morning. Amazing Grace, Tara, is there a gluten-free angel food cake mix? I have not found one yet, so I don't know. Just Google it, but I don't know. Amazing Grace, she watches my Super Easy Recipes over and over. Thank you, Amazing Grace. You're the best. Thank you so much. Denise, I triple the cashew recipe and use one of the 14-ounce cans of cashews from Aldi's. It takes a strong arm to keep the cashews stirred so they don't scorch. It's so good, though. Yeah, I'm going to give that a try. That sounds delicious. All right, let's see. Got all those. Donna, North Myrtle Beach or Cherry Grove is less busy. Okay. Cindy, try the Florida Keys during off season. Is that where we were?
We weren't in the Keys.
That's the Keys.
Keys is at the very south part of Florida in Miami. Then you go across to the islands.
She said it was nothing. Oh, is that great big long bridge that goes over the? Oh, no way.
Well, you did it in Louisiana. What?
If there's an earthquake and that falls into the ocean, we're dead.
But we did it in Louisiana.
Yeah, and we should. If I would have known, I would have said no. We're going a different way. No.
If there's an earthquake in the Florida Keys, there's a serious problem.
Well, Jesus is coming soon.
Yeah, but then you'd be flying, so it wouldn't matter. The bridge fell.
It's nothing like I thought it would be. It's cheaper on one of the other islands than Key West. I didn't know there was more than one island either. See, shows you how much I know about my U.S. geography. Nellie, there's lots to do there. Shows, beaches, helicopter rides. I just want to go sit. I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. Denise, oil makes eggs whites not whip. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have sprayed my pan. I bet that was another controversy nobody really commented about. Our lady says, I get your emails all the time. So grateful for your channel. Thank you. We are thankful that you have come to join us. Amanda, I'm baking chocolate chip pumpkin cookies today. I bet that's delicious. Badlands said below zero, try minus 40 Celsius. Bring lots of layers. Oh my goodness.
So what is minus 40 C? Because we get down to minus 30 something Fahrenheit.
The Hockey Mom says, is your grandma's peanut brittle in one of your cookbooks? Yes. Dining on a Dime, volume 1, right here, is my grandma's recipe.
Oh. Well, minus 40 is the same for both of us. So they're a little bit colder than us in the winter. I'm not surprised being that you're further north, but I was just curious.
Do you have the next one? Michelle said hotel room.
Well, I sent you 4.
Yeah.
It's already.
Okay. Karen says OBX is the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Oh, gotcha.
Okay. 5 now.
Let's see. Okay. Pin says, I need a hot tub on my deck. Yes, I do.
Did you know what for?
I already read 4.
Oh. So do I need to send you 5 then?
Yes. Susan says, too many people at Myrtle Beach go to Charleston. I don't know. Michelle says, my Christian Zoom leader is quitting the Zoom. She says health problems, but I guess it's because she's burnt out. Oh my. All right, let's see.
Stop collecting them.
Yeah, I can just go through. Susan, too many people. Oh, I read that one. Let's see. Sorry. Patty, we just got back from Myrtle Beach. We love it. Yes, sit on the beach every day. Ocean temperature was in the 80s.
Ooh, nice.
That's nice. Bayou Badlands. Tara, if you come this winter after a week, we'll go to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan to their mineral spa.
Ooh. That sounds awesome.
Mineral spa. Maybe I should just go for the mineral spa. Art Lady, Myrtle Beach is my number. Jekyll Island is my second. Oh, she must be number 1. Amazing Grace, I got a bucket mouse trap off Amazon for mice in the chicken coop. It works great. Great. There you go. Girl with plan. Please share your taco recipe. So it's not my taco recipe. I used Natasha Kitchen.
So that's not the one that we have on the website?
Oh, no, mine is on. Did I put mine on the website?
We have one on the website.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Ignore me. That's not the right one. So I adapted her recipe. So just go do mine on the website. Michael put the link up there. I forgot. I put it on there.
So this is your recipe, yes?
Yeah, that one's mine.
Okay.
And I adopted it from Natasha's because, of course, I always make things easier because it seems like most people just make things way too complicated. I'm really sorry, guys. I think my Dayquil's wearing off. I'm very sorry.
I'm sharing the fish tacos recipe right now in the comments. Wow, it suddenly got you, huh?
Oh, man. Yeah, my Dayquil just wore off. Okay, let's see. Too many people in Myrtle Beach, says Susan. I don't know. Guess I need to go to Myrtle Beach. I wonder when a good time would for me to go. Although, my goodness, that's flying at literally 3/4 of the way across the country.
If they said there's too many people in Myrtle Beach, you said you want to go to Myrtle Beach?
Well, I mean, this time of year, there are people with their people there if everybody's in school.
No, how is it in October? Is it too cold? That's the one thing I would wonder. Although Tara's you don't really get in the water at the beach, though, do you? Like when we were in Florida, you didn't get in the water.
Not really. It was cold.
I got in the water.
I'll sit in the hot tub and look at the beach. How's that? Here's the thing. I don't really like sand. I'm a mountain cat. I'm a mountain kind of person. So maybe what I need to do is do 6 months at the beach and 6 months at the mountains.
Yep.
Can I hold on for 1.5 years till Jack graduates and then go? Yep.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if I can make it that long.
Why don't you go for a month now and then you can go for a year later?
Who would do videos during our busiest time of the year?
Well, there's that. See, you should have done it in August when there was absolutely nobody. We had like very, very light live shows and there was absolutely no contact with anyone or anything else because things were just.
What I need to do is just not have a garden next year. So I don't have to worry about watering my garden.
The summer would be, of course, we do have a garden waterer nearby if we needed.
Well, I know, but yeah. Michelle says, when we went to Myrtle Beach, we followed the trip wrong. We drove straight through instead of stopping somewhere. It was spring break and thousands of students were there. Oh my goodness, that would be awful.
Yeah, it turns out when we were in Panama City Beach, we were there for a different reason, but in the area, but we went to Panama City Beach while we were there and it ended up being a week before spring break. So it was pretty quiet, which was really great. But the water was cold. So
although we still had drunks. Just thinking it was the funniest thing that we were the cutest couple in the elevator.
Oh, that's right.
Like, okay, lady. Karen, how long is broth stock on shelf stable in cardboard containers? I don't know. I would say at least 6 to 9 months is what I would say. Lately, I want to learn how to make garlic stick bread. Dining on a Dime Volume 1 has a homemade recipe right here. Look for the restaurant style breadsticks. It's also on our website, I think, livingonadime.com. Is that the bridge from True Lies? I don't know, but I don't know how long that bridge is. But man, that's not good. Deb says, peanut brittle making tip. Heat your nuts on a baking sheet for 10 minutes in a 300-degree oven before adding to the hot sugar syrup. The mixture won't set up as quickly. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm going to have to remember that little tip. All right. I just screenshotted that. Thank you, Deb. That's a great idea. Torrid, hello.
Hi, Torrid.
Ooh, did they have the Northern Lights earlier tonight? We've got to see them for 3 days now. Wow, that is great. I hope your hubby is doing okay. Let us email us or Facebook us and let us know how he's doing. Art Lady, that's why my skin is so beautiful. Why would my skin be beautiful? Because I sat in the hot springs, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Well, my skin, I think it's 3 things. I think it's genetics, not smoking, and not drinking. Cindy, I've never seen the movie, but it's a very long bridge. Key West has a long history. A lot more history than I knew.
Huh.
So where's the road? Let me see the road.
Well, this is the road, but the thing is that it looks like it stops at all sorts of places along the way. So
oh my goodness, that would make me throw up.
It didn't make you throw up in Louisiana.
It was very unnerving in Louisiana.
You didn't complain about it because you knew your husband was taking care of you. You knew God was taking care of your husband. Okay, now I find out that she was faithless.
Okay, let's see. Little Crafty Nook says St. Augustine's is the oldest city in the U.S. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Donna says October is beautiful there. We live in coastal North Carolina. We're at the beach and it was gorgeous. Ooh. If this wasn't the biggest time of year for our YouTube channel, like we make 2/3 of our income, maybe 3/4 of our income, the last 3 months of the year. So I don't think I can go now.
They said it's 7 miles long, so it's not as long as I thought. Huh. Maybe maybe it's just the longest one is 7 miles long. Wow.
Man, I don't know. Mary Jane says Mexico Beach. Yeah, look at that. Why would you want to drive over that?
I think it'd be cool. Of course, I also like going across the sea, and Tara found that it wasn't a very good plan. Although
I was doing nothing but what Amanda says right there. I was throwing up.
She sat by the window, and I was thinking, no, you should sit in the middle because the boat was doing this, and in the middle would be the part that had the least amount of motion. But I think you thought sitting by the window would make you better because you could see the
All I know is I was puking and horribly sick the whole time. Little Crafty Nook, Mexico Beach is where Hurricane Michael hit. Oh, really? Where is Mexico Beach in Mexico, I assume? I don't know. Where's Mexico Beach at? I mean, I say that, but then, Florida.
I was going to say,
Mexico Beach. Why is it called Mexico Beach in Florida? That makes absolutely no sense.
I don't know. Maybe because it's on the Gulf of America. Sorry.
Oh, does it say that on there now?
Look,
click on the map and see if it says it now.
Well,
just click.
Well, this is the Apple map. That might be different.
Scroll out. It says Gulf of America now. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. But it's true. Why did we call it the Gulf of Mexico for all that time?
don't know.
I agree with him on that. Why were we calling it the Gulf of Mexico?
I have no idea.
That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. I don't know. All right, guys, Dining on a Dime cookbooks 25% off right now. Livingonadime.com is where you can get all these recipes and tips. Thank you for all your ideas and your tips and ideas. And visit us at livingonadime.com. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.